Tēnā tātou katoa, nau mai hoki mai ki tōku reo. Ko rai mōna taku ingoa.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko raukura taku ingoa. Welcome to another episode of TŌKU REO, where learning te reo Māori is the name of the game. Well, this week we've seen ourselves using the sentence e haere ana koe ki hea. And then we introduced new pronouns maiwa and kōrua.
Whew, pretty mean, quite a bit of work to get through, but you at home have been doing great, so keep it up. So, what about today, sis? What can our viewers expect to get from today's episode?
Well, my brother, in today's episode we've got more grammar to go with asking people where they're going, more specifically.
Okay.
You know, we're going to look at how proper names fit into the equation.
Pretty mean, eh? It's an interesting show. But don't forget, we're checking out nouns as well, so full steam ahead, people. It's time to get into some... sis?
Grammar, man.
You know
Grammar.
how to do the mahi.
So far, we've seen pronouns like kōrua and maiwa replace the word koe in our sentence. When we use names, we follow the same process. For example, if we use the name Mary, it will replace koe in our sentence. Let's see them side by side. E haere ana koe ki hea. Where are you going? E haere ana a mere ki hea. Where is Mary going? Now that we've seen these examples, you'll notice the word a just before the name mere. A is used in this sentence when we are using proper names, so Mary becomes a mere. Take a look at some more examples using different names and pay attention to the location of a. E haere ana a Pita ki hea. Where is Peter going? E haere ana a hone ki hea. Where is hone going? E haere ana a Kataraina ki hea. Where is Catherine going? E haere ana a Hera ki hea. Where is Sarah going? In our answers, it's exactly the same. Remember that a must precede all names used in our sentence. So let's check out a few more examples of response to our question. E haere ana a Pita ki tauranga. Peter is going to tauranga. E haere ana a hone ki tāma ki Makaurau. John is going to Auckland. Kei te haere a hone ki Taupō. John is going to Taupō. You saw in our last example that the position of our proper names is the same in both the question and the answer. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's check out the first of today's roleplay footage.
Tēnā koe e kare.
Kia ora kōrua. Kei te pihia koe e hine?
Kei te pai.
Kahia tohua wahine?
She's off doing her own thing today.
Oh, yeah? I haere ana hata ki hea?
She's off shopping, I think.
Oh, lucky.
Last week, we introduced nouns in our similar sentence, kei te haere koe ki hea. Today, we're going to use the same nouns in our new grammar point. As we've pointed out before, today's grammar point is just another variation on kei te haere koe ki hea. When using nouns, remember that these words are always preceded by the words like te, ngā or taku, our Māori words for the singular and plural forms of the as well as mai. On that note, let's have a look at some examples of nouns using e haere ana koe ki hea. E haere ana ngā tamariki ki hea. Where are the children going? E haere ana te kuia ki hea. Where's the old woman going? E haere ana te tāne ki tāma ki Makaurau. The man is going to Auckland. E haere ana taku mama ki te toa. My mum is going to the shop. E haere ana te pirihimana ki hea. Where's the policeman going? These examples are all familiar to you guys. It's just another chance to show the different ways you can ask and say where someone is going, whether you use kei te haere or e haere ana. Now let's go to our second roleplay footage of today's show.
E haere ana koe ki whea?
Ki te kāinga. What about you two? E haere ana korua ki hea.
E haere ana māua ki te whare pikitia. And then maybe some lunch afterwards, eh?
Hey, is that Marama's crow over there?
Yeah,
E haere ana te crowa ki hea.
not too sure.
E haere ana te korau ki te paparehia.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Watch out for future episodes to learn more nouns and pronouns that you can easily insert into today's grammar point. Coming up next is our dialect segment.
E he te tahi kupu a tāhua ki a tūhoi. Te e he te rā kupu he pai ki te whakatoi, he pai ki te hei whakahia nei te tanata pēnā ka whiu i te rā kupu. Te e he i tipu mai au i roto i te rā kupu. Kāre o na whakamārama, kāre o nā. Enari ko te e he e mau ana. Ko te pēnei pēi wāhoi tahi e ki nei, ka hore kāo. Koe rā te e he. Nai paitonu hoki te rā kupu ki te mea, ki te mau. O te rā kupu te e he ka mōhio tonu hia no hea koe, no hea te rā tana tai kōrero rā, mā wera nā whakāturana.
To access the podcast, go to www.tokureo.maori.nz and click on episodes. Choose your episode and move the mouse to the right-hand side of the screen where you'll find a link called Podcasts. Click this link to download TŌKU REO Podcast to your iPod, MP3 player, etc. With video, audio and exercises, you can brush up on your te reo Māori skills anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Kia kaha!
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei! Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
To reinforce what you're learning on TŌKU REO at home, visit our website at www.tokureo.maori.nz. On the homepage, you'll find a link to episodes. Find the episode you'd like to swat up on and click it. Here you'll find a summary of what's in that episode as well as a list of interactive exercises down the right-hand side. Here's an example. Back at the homepage, you'll also find links to the other Te Whanaku resources, more exercises, a forum for TŌKU REO viewers, and a free online Māori dictionary. Have fun, kia ū!
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
No mai hoki mai e hua mā. That was another grueling segment of grammar. Now it's time to get into some more kupu hau. Listen out for our first 5 words that you can use in everyday conversation. We'll first work on our pronunciation, so listen carefully, and then you'll see the correct spelling. So, are we ready? Here's our first lot of words. Tūru, chair. Horoi, to wash. Kanikani, dance. Ako, to learn. Ako. Pouaka, box. We're going to pull out our images now to give our memories some practice at word retention. Use the pictures as a way to help remember the word. Tūru, chair. Horoi, to wash. Kanikani, dance. Ako, to learn. Ako. Pouaka, box.
Ka tipu, ka ora, hei!
Our next 5 words are all locations you can use in today's grammar point. We're going to listen to the pronunciation first followed by correct spelling. Uta, shore. Tātahi, beach. Wharenui, meeting house. Puna kaukau, swimming pool. Kemehi, chemist. These next images are all photos of each location. Now, this should be a huge help in remembering our Māori words. So, the order is image first, then pronunciation, then spelling. Uta, shore. Tātahi, beach. Wharenui, meeting house. Puna kaukau, swimming pool. Kemehi, chemist.
Kotipu, kaora, hei.
Now let's check out all 10 kupu hau all together. Then it's time for us to get into our word of the week. Tūru, chair. Horoi, to wash. Kani, dance. Ako, to learn. Ako. Pouaka, box. Uta, shore. Tātahi, beach. Wharenui, meeting house. Puna kaukau, swimming pool. Kemehi, chemist.
Today I'm introducing the first of our words, which partially contains a transliteration. A transliteration is when we've taken a Pākehā word and created a Māori equivalent by just saying it in a Māori way, like eka for acre, hoiho for horse, and pahi for bus. Pahi has more or less been accepted as the word for bus. So the word for a bus stop is tūnga pahi. Tūnga meaning standing place, and of course pahi, the transliteration for bus. Tūnga pahi, bus stop.
Tūru, chair. Horoi, to wash. Kani, dance. Ako, to learn. Ako. Pouaka, box. Uta, shore. Tātahi, beach. Wharenui, meeting house. Puna Koukou, swimming pool. Kemehi, chemist.
Katipu kaora hi. Katipu kaora hi.
To access the podcast, go to www.tokureo.maori.nz and click on episodes. Choose your episode and move the mouse to the right-hand side of the screen where you'll find a link called Podcasts. Click this link to download TŌKU REO podcast to your iPod, MP3 player, etc. With video, audio and exercises, you can brush up on your te reo Māori skills anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Kia kaha.
Katipu kaora hi.
Welcome back. We've got some great exercises in store for everyone today. We're going to keep things familiar with a bit of freeze frame, then we're going to change things up a bit when we practice our grammar work.
Ooh, Shay, sounds like our plan, sis.
That's right.
You know it. We've also got a quick fire memory game today, so watch out for that.
Our first exercise is going to ease us into our work today. It's, of course, freeze frame.
Now, this is where we play snippets from our role-play footage, focusing on our grammar point. We'll then freeze on the dialogue that uses our grammar points, and that's where you'll be prompted to give the correct sentence.
That's right, and of course, you all know how we do things around here at TŌKU REO, so let's play our example, then we'll dive straight into our mahi, bro.
You're in there. That's us.
Tēnā koe e kare.
Kia ora kōrua. Kei te pihia koe e hine?
Kei te pai.
Kahia tohua wahine?
She's off doing her own thing today.
Oh, yeah? I haere ana hataki here?
She's off shopping, I think.
Oh, lucky.
E haere ana koe ki whea?
Ki te kāinga. What about you two? E haere ana korua ki here.
E haere ana māua ki te whare pikitia. And then maybe some lunch afterwards, eh?
Hey, is that Marama's crow over there?
Yeah.
E haere ana te crowa ki here?
Not too sure.
E haere ana te korauo ki te paparehia.
This next exercise will test our kupu hou. It's a new one that will test how quick your memory is.
Yes, we call this the Quick Pick Challenge. You'll see 4 pictures. Each picture will only be shown for 1 second, maybe 2. When the picture disappears, 3 words will pop up.
From these options, you have to choose the right answer. Sounds easy? Here's a test run, then you're going to get the real deal. Tātahi, beach. Tūru, chair. Wharenui, meeting house. Puna kaukau, swimming pool. Kani, dance. Here's our last challenge for the day. This will test you guys on how well you paid attention during our grammar segment.
You are going to see an image followed by a grammar point in a question form. Your task is to answer the question using the image as a clue.
It's pretty straightforward, right? Here's an example of what we mean. E haere ana te tangata ki hea. E haere ana te tangata ki te kēmihi. Are we ready? Then check out these 3 questions. E haere ana a haere ki hea. E haere ana a haere ki te toa. E haere ana ngā tamariki ki hea. E haere ana ngā tamariki ki te puna kaukau. E haere ana mere ki hea. E haere ana mere ki tātahi.
Ka pai whānau, I think we've done enough exercises for the day. Now it's time for us to check in with Professor John Moorfield and listen to this week's learning tip.
Tēnā anō koutou. As we progress through the TŌKU REO episodes, you will gradually learn how to put words together in Māori. Often we will only introduce one aspect of a particular particle or grammar point in an episode. Later, other aspects may be introduced in stages. This is to avoid overloading you with too much information at once or of confusing you. It will give you a chance to master one aspect before adding another. The same approach is taken in the Te Whanake textbooks and study guides. If you do want to find out more information about a particle or grammar word, you can do so by referring to the online or hard copy versions of Te Aka Māori Dictionary and Index, where the various uses will be listed with examples and where to find further information.
Katipu, kaora, hei!
Thanks for that great tip, Professor John Moorfield. Well, this is where we have to love and leave you all whānau. It's been another great episode of TŌKU REO.
If you've missed anything today, then you might want to check back here on Māori Television for our episode revision.
Boo, that's the one. That's right. Our kaumātua will be back with us, Pōpō, to help us out with our revision, and we'll also bring back some more kupu hou from a previous episode.
So haere rā whānau, and remember,
Kia mau,
kia u,
ki TŌKU REO. Haere rā.
Mangai